Since the dawn of film itself, there has always been the question, what is the best movie ever made? Well, ladies and gentlemen, today I give you the answer. I carry a copy of this movie in my pocket at all times. Bubba Ho-Tep. This movie is the greatest thing to ever grace the film screen. What's that, Citizen Kane? No. Killer Bean Forever 4K? No. That doesn't even come close to the greatness. That is Bubba Ho-Tep. Now, some of you may be like, I haven't even heard of this movie before. I don't know what you're talking about. You haven't heard of this movie before because you're not worthy to have heard of this movie before. This movie stars Bruce Campbell of Maniac Cop and Xena Warrior Princess fame. And, damn, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Yeah, it's probably nothing. I know what you're thinking. Dominic, listen. My man, I have no interest in these little B movies. Well, listen, let me tell you something. You gotta broaden your mind. Because this isn't just any B movie. This is a masterpiece. Now, I know I've been saying that a lot, but that's because this genuinely is the best film ever made. So maybe just me preaching about it isn't good enough. How about I give you a rundown of the plot? Okay, so basically, it's Elvis Presley and JFK fighting a mummy. If that didn't convince you, I don't know what will, okay? If that doesn't sound interesting to you at all, then you have a boring life, good sir. Now, what makes Bubba Ho-Tep so great isn't just its amazing concept, it's the writing and the plot and the symbolism and the effects and everything that could have been perfect for this movie came out perfect because the people working behind it were geniuses. This movie needs to be seen to be believed, and now I'm going to force you to see it. Now, I actually do want you to go out and watch this movie because I'm going to be ruining the entire thing, but before you do, there's a few fun drinking games you can play, so I'm just going to give you a few of them. Drink every time a character dies, drink every time they say the name of the movie, and drink every time there's a reference to Elvis's penis. Yes, I just said that. So the film opens with the best opening line that could ever happen, ever.
I was dreaming. Dreaming my dick was out, and I was checking to see if that infected bump on the head of it had filled with pus again. If it had, I was going to name that bump after my ex-wife, Scylla, and bust it by jacking off.
If that didn't draw you in, I don't know what will. So basically some stuff happens that isn't really that important. Elvis is lying in bed the entire time. No one cares. Now I know what you're thinking. Dominic, how did Elvis wind up in this retirement home? Elvis Presley died. Wrong, sir! Elvis Presley lives. Basically, he swapped places with an Elvis impersonator because he was sick of being famous. And then he lost his half of the contract in a barbecuing accident. So, I feel like an insane person describing this movie. I don't...
Just went up like that.
Basically, he's also friends with Ozzie Davis playing JFK. Now, I know what you're thinking. President Kennedy was a white man, but that's how clever they are.
They dyed me this color, all over.
So, basically, JFK survived his assassination, and then the people at the government just kind of dumped him there. So, this is so good! The real point of the movie begins when this big, major event happens. Now, I know what you're thinking, Dominic, what is this event? So, basically, this old witch steals this woman's glasses, and that's how you know she's gonna die, because in a horror movie, whenever someone does something bad, that means they are going to die in the next 10 minutes, probably. So then, a scarab beetle, I'm sure you all know what scarab beetles are from The Mummy starring Brendan Fraser. We all know how they are with mummies. So basically, she fights this cockroach. Listen, this scarab beetle fight is nothing compared to the scarab beetle fight later. So basically, now the mummy of the movie, Bubba Ho-Tep himself, comes in and kills her. Because you know what? Who cares? They don't care. I don't care. You don't care. As they find out in the bathroom graffiti scene, yes, I just said that, Bubba Ho-Tep is coming to this retirement home because he is a mummy, and he gives Elvis some weird, crazy visions, and these visions explain the plot of the movie to him. So basically, he was on a bus that was being transported, and then the bus crashed off the bridge, presumably because he came back to life and killed everyone on the bus. But now, he's by the retirement home, and he's sucking the souls out of the body of all the old people through their asshole. Yes, I just said that. Why is he doing this? Well, because you see, old people can't fight. And therefore, he'll be able to come in, suck their souls out, shit the extract out at the visitor's toilet, and then leave. And you know what? They're old people, so they'll just die. So, like, you know, it's a natural thing. He can get away by doing this for probably forever, honestly. But our heroes JFK and Elvis, they're rising up. They know what to do. They're not letting this happen. They're going to kick his ass. Now, the design itself for Bubba Ho-Tep is actually very interesting. He's a mummy, obviously, so he's like a weird corpse thing. But then he's got the cowboy boots. He's got the leather jacket. He's got the hat. You know, he's like a mummy cowboy. And you know what? He is the best horror villain ever. Get out of here, Jason. Get out of here, Michael. Get out of here, Freddy. Get out of here. What the fuck is that? What is that? Guts, can you give me your thoughts on this film? Just what do you think of the movie? Oh yeah, he likes it. He likes it. Yeah, he likes it. The whole movie is, as Bruce Campbell said, Elvis getting his groove back. He's working himself up. He's hyped. The whole movie is him hyping himself up to go fight the mummy. And you're ready. You want to see this epic climactic battle. So, okay, there's a scene when they're like, the scene where they're getting ready when Elvis is finally like back in his mojo. It's like the whole, they're preparing. They're making preparations. And I just find it really amusing that the thing that they're like something that they have in high value of this plan of taking down this mummy is their uniforms. I find that very amusing.
Uniform?
Oh. Big check on that, baby.
I'm just going to talk about the climax of this movie because listen, you thought Avengers Endgame had the best climax ever? You obviously haven't seen Bubba Ho-Tep. So first off, we get the shot, and we get the most epic shot in cinematic history to start off this climax. So then these heroes are going into battle. They cut the security arms so they can sneak out. And before they go into battle, Elvis asks a very important question.
Marilyn. Oh, come on, man. Marilyn Monroe? What's she like in a sack?
That is classified information. Top secret. But between you and me, wow!
Like I said, this movie's a masterpiece. Every word was heavily considered. So, a little thing I want to point out is the practical effects, because now we can talk about the Scare Beetle battle, baby. Yes! This scene starts with the most amazing sensation that could ever happen ever. Elvis finally gets out of bed at the hour-and-a-half mark. Basically, he fights this little beetle. It's cool. I like it. He kicks its ass with a one-liner because Elvis is an action hero. Yeah, to make my point here, the makeup effects on this, like the practical effects on like the Scarab Beetle, and like even just the makeup on Bubba Ho-Tep himself looks amazing. And whenever he like passes by electricity, there's just like a flicker effect. Like he has like an effect on electricity. It's so good. Oh, this movie's so fucking good! Let's get back to the epic climax. I got a little sidetracked there. They get into battle, and basically JFK goes in to be the lure, to lure out Bubba Ho-Tep. But little does he know, Bubba Ho-Tep is coming in a different way, And Elvis tries to let him know, but he can't. So he goes over there and they fight, and it's the most epic thing. And before they even fight, Elvis just shows us the abilities that he's capable of.
Don't make me use my stuff on you, baby.
The fight, very epic. It's an amazing finale. It's very well done.
Damn. Where did he go to?
And it ends, of course, how else could it be, with the main villain getting set on fire.
Sorry, man.
But then, oh god. And then JFK dies. Again.
It's up to you, Elvis. You got to get him. You got to take care of business.
That's right, man. We're on TCB. It's just you and me. Mr. President.
And then finally, to end it all, Elvis recites the chant against evil from the Book of Souls.
You nasty thing from beyond the dead. No matter what you think or do, good things will never come to you. And if evil is your black design, you can bet the goodness of the light ones will kick your bad behind.
You know, it seems like that the chant against evil is it's kind of amusing because it seems like that's actually what brought him back to life, because he doesn't get up until after he says it. So then they fight again, and it's even more epic. They're punching each other. Yeah, get him, get him, get him, get him. Come on, get him, kick his ass. I don't know who I'm rooting for, the mummy or the old guy. If you think about it, Bubba Ho-Tep's like an ancient mummy that's like thousands of years old, and then Elvis and JFK are like old guys. So technically, the climax of this movie is just three old people fighting each other, and then they tumble down the hill. Elvis is wounded. Bubba Ho-Tep knocks him the fuck out. But then Elvis pulls off some last-minute king shit.
TCB, baby.
We're talking big brain shit. He figured out that lighting him on fire would actually kill him, even though he did it last time and it did nothing.
Your soul-sucking days are over, amigo.
Alright, and then, the most tragic death in all of cinema happens.
I felt something inside grating against something soft. I felt like a water balloon with a hole poked in it. I was going down for the last count, and I knew it.
Oh, I already lost JFK, don't make me lose you too.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
No! But then we find out that he's still alive because they tease a sequel. Where is it? Where is Bubba Ho-Tep 2? This movie is like impeccable. It deserves a second movie. Where is it? Bruce Campbell thought that the scripts weren't nearly as good as the first one? What are you talking about? Look at that title. Do you see the things you can do with that title alone? Okay, here's my pitch for Bubba Ho-Tep 2. Okay, so Elvis wakes up and he realizes that he's still in the hospital. You can probably, yeah, I imagine him swearing really loudly and then a smash cut to the credits, to opening credits. And then he finds out slowly that all of the hospital, all the staff at this nursing home have been replaced by very pale, weird people. Now, since it turns out that these people are vampires, hence the bloodsuckers in the title. And then it turns out since Bubba is still in the title, I'm gonna say that these vampires are cultists since they worship Bubba Ho-Tep as some kind of ancient god, and they resurrect him. So then now Elvis has got to take care of these vampires and Bubba Ho-Tep without the aid of JFK. How's he gonna do it? I don't know. Get me Bruce Campbell. I'll pitch the rest of the sequel. I want to make this fucking movie. The world needs Bubba Ho-Tep too. In conclusion, watch the movie. It's good.